Hello everyone, in this video, I will show you some best PS4 Metroidvania games in 2021. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Koji Igarashi returns in Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, 10 years after Castlevania, Order of Ecclesia. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, is a spiritual successor to his past works. You won't be fighting Dracula, but the gameplay is similar to previous Castlevania games that used the Metroidvania premise. You'll explore a castle, battle hideous foes, and learn new skills that will allow you to reach new sections. But everything is amazing because to Koji Igarashi's touch. Next up we have Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania that will allow you to get lost in its enormous realm with little guidance. It's without a doubt one of the finest PS4 games. There isn't much of a tale in Hollow Knight, it's more about mood than plot. You'll meet few nice individuals on your journey, similar to Dark Souls or Bloodborne, but that just adds to the significance of such encounters. Enemies, on the other hand, are plenty. Next up we have Axiom Verge. Axiom Verge is a fantastic game that was created by only one person, Tom Happ. This expansive 2D shooter, which takes elements from Metroid, wears its influences on its sleeve, but it also has enough of its own distinctive features and idiosyncrasies to stand out as a classic in its own right. Axiom Verge puts you in charge of Trace, a character who is tasked with figuring out how you wound up in an alien planet. As you play, your priorities will shift. Next up we have Guacamelee 2. Guacamelee 2 is quite similar to its predecessor, yet it is superior in every way. It looks better, plays better, and is a lot more entertaining. The original Guacamelee was a hilarious game. Guacamelee 2 has 4-player co-op, allowing you to play with your pals for the most raucous Metroidvania experience possible. If you have a PS4 Pro, you'll be pleased to learn that it takes advantage of the system's capabilities to improve the graphics. Next up we have Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The most illustrious of them all. The Metroidvania genre might not exist without Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Or, at the very least, not under the same name. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is the finest Metroidvania ever developed, and it's available on PS4 via Castlevania Requiem. It is, without a question, one of the finest games ever produced. If you haven't played Castlevania Symphony of the Night yet, you must do so immediately. Next up we have Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. If you're up for a challenge, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is the game for you. It may look like a child's game, but Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is hard. Enemies are relentless and rather plentiful, but they're only the tip of the iceberg. It's the game's puzzles that will really have you scratching your head. As you explore a wonderfully varied world, you'll amass a range of magic spells that will aid you on your quest. You'll also acquire multiple forms that you can assume, such as a lion and a frog, allowing you to access new areas and continue your adventure. Next up we have The Mummy Demastered. The Mummy Demastered is a Metroidvania with beautifully designed 16-bit visuals. In it, you take control of an unnamed Prodigium soldier sent in to deal with the evil forces of Princess Ominate. And there's a very good reason why your soldier is unnamed, it's because they're expendable. Dying in The Mummy Demastered has you taking control of yet another soldier. In fact, if you go back to the place where you just died, you'll find the reanimated corpse of your previous soldier shambling around. Next up we have Steamworld Dig 2. Following on from Steamworld Dig, released on PS4 in 2014, Steamworld Dig 2 has you searching for that game's protagonist who has gone missing. As Dorothy, you'll have to dig and explore a variety of underground environments to find Rusty, defeating enemies and solving puzzles as you go. While Steamworld Dig was good, Steamworld Dig 2 is better in every way. It looks nicer, plays better, and is just more polished. Next up we have Song of the Deep. Song of the Deep, developed by Insomniac Games, is a far cry from the company's normal fare. This emotionally intense Metroidvania is set entirely underwater, which sets it apart from the rest of the list. It's also a great deal of fun to play. Song of the Deep has you driving a tiny submarine across a dangerous planet in quest of your father throughout the most of the game. You are, however, free to disembark from your submarine. The last game of this video is Yoku's Island Express. Yoku's Island Express is half pinball, part platformer, and all Metroidvania. Yoku's Island Express, in which you play as a little dung beetle named Yoku, has you carrying mail all across Makiamana Island. Of course, it isn't all smooth sailing. Yoku's Island Express's challenge comes in the form of its pinball aspects, as there is no fighting to speak of. You see, Yoku is tied to a much larger ball than himself, and using flippers and the like is the easiest method to travel around. So that's the list of 10 best PS4 Metroidvania games that you can play in 2021. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff, and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.